Yo, 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 yo. What's good, everybody? It's your boy JayDub. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Hope y'all doing good out there. Got the notifications going out. Everybody here. What's good? What's good, players? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? With a perfect time, right? With a perfect time. Happy New Year, everybody. Shaw G in the house. Star Guardian was good. Carol Anchor. Jim 8 was good, my brother. Warhammer 62 was good, player. You already know what time it is. Mark Albert was good. Was good. What is good? What is good? We got Blackbeard in the house. Chief the VR Gamer. My brother in the house was good. Hey, we're going to talk about the Twitter profile picture change. No integrity. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know me. Rashado in the house. Kaladin Sama. What's good? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Always Mad Gaming in the house. What's good? Can y'all hear me loud and clear? Want to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Is the music too loud? Baron J67 was good. Retro X7315 in the house. What's good, players? Who else we got in here? We got Cyber Dragon, my brother. Of course, man. Of course, my brother. Who else? IBN Break was good. Hold the line. My brother said, hold the line. Hey, we gonna see, man. We gonna see if old JayDub, aka Kratos, if he gonna hold the line, or you know what I'm saying, if he gonna fold. We gonna see. We gonna talk about it. This is fresh breaking news. You know what I'm saying? Planetary Federation of Unions. What's good? We gonna talk about it, man. All your comments we gonna get to. Ryan Landis, you already knew it, brother. You already knew it, man. You know, you keep one foot in the door, and you know what I'm saying, and you can always come back home, brother. You can always come back home. Brooklyn Bed-Stuy in the house. What's good? Talking about it's over. Hey, we gonna see. It could be. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe Nintendo and Sony need to worry now. Who else in the house? My brother. CA Real always good. What's good? What's good, player? Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. Y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like button. Tweet it out, please. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get this thing rocking. Tweet it out one last time. If you can, tweet it out. Tweet the show. I let people know. You know what I'm saying? Let people know your boy. Your boy is live. All right. What else we got, man? We got a lot of topics to talk about today. It's a great time to have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank PlayStation Nation for doing what they do best. And that is making companies great, making them hold the line, making them do better, making them improve, telling them what they need to hear. Whether you like it or not, PlayStation Nation is always there. Whether they putting a foot on Jim Ryan's neck, whether they're putting their foot on Phil Spencer's neck, PlayStation Nation is always holding the line and demand greatness. With that being said, I do think the Xbox community owes a big thank you and a big thank you to PlayStation Nation. PlayStation Nation over the years, B Staples, my brother, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. You came right on time, my brother, right on time. Yeah. So Xbox Nation, they should be thanking PlayStation Nation right now for all these years, for 9 long years, for holding their feet to the fire and telling them that Xbox is dog shit and they need to do better. And they need to, you know, come with it. And because of that, it seems like Phil has gotten the message. It seems like he's looking to make Xbox great again. He's doing deals that he wouldn't normally do, but now he's doing them. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Phil, man. Microsoft is finally going to become the behemoth that they could be, and we're going to see. Now, think about it. They had to spend $70 billion. 70. Hey, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. Listen, if this doesn't get Xbox into second place, at least, you know what I'm saying? I still don't think they can be in first place. PlayStation just got too many bangers. They got goatees, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft's going to have to get themselves some goatees, and I think they got the potential to do that now with this acquisition. But Nintendo should be worried, man. They really should be worried because Microsoft is buying up all the big studio. Now, granted, Call of Duty wasn't on the Switch and stuff like that, and I get it. But where is that going to leave Nintendo at this point in time? Sony's number one. They the king, baby. They got the goatees. They got the mind share. They got the install base. They got over 150 people in their install base. Now Nintendo, I don't know. They're in a little bit different space, but Nintendo can't forever just ride on that. Hey, we're mobile, so we're okay. We're untouchable. Especially with this cloud and all that stuff going on. Pastor Joe, let me rock, player. Good morning, you, my brother. To die for in the house. I see you, player. I see you. Pastor Joe, you can't have it both ways, brother. You can't hold hand with God and walk with the devil, my brother. Right, Pastor Joe? You can't hold hands with Nintendo and walk with Phil Spencer. Come on. My brother, Saltiest Gaming. What's good, player? K Freeman in the house. As I was saying, I believe Xbox Nation owes PlayStation Nation a great big sense of gratitude, because PlayStation Nation has been showing Phil Spencer the way. They have been demanding more. A lot of the Xbox guys have just been content. They've been damage controlling everything from Bleeding Edge to Battletoads and all this stuff, right? They just accept whatever Phil throws out there. It's only been PlayStation Nation that has demanded Phil to give them better games and to do better. And because of that, Phil dropped the bag. Him and Satya, they made some big acquisitions, and this is huge. We can't deny it. This is huge. This is earth shaking. That's what it is. It's earth shaking. And if I'm Herman Holtz and I'm Jim Ryan, and I'm pretty sure those guys over in Japan, they woke this morning. They're woke this morning. They're in the boardroom right now. They're figuring out what the hell going on. You know, $70 billion. God damn. I'm just saying. God damn. Let me rock, Warhammer. Let me rock. Like my brother Post-Up said. Oh man. Yeah, they got some Big Willie. My brother Big Willie. What's good? Big facts, brother. Big facts. You rest for sure. Somebody over at Sony, a team of people is on it right now. They're figuring out what the hell happened, if they can stop this, and what do they do to combat this. Now, they probably can't spend $70 billion on somebody like EA and Take-Two, but you best believe they calling up Take-Two right now talking about, hey, how much it's going to cost to get GTA 6-month time exclusive or a year time exclusive or exclusive. I believe right now, at this point in time, I believe my Sony is on the phone right now with somebody at Take-Two or somebody at EA saying, hey, look, I need some exclusive shit. These motherfuckers can't buy whole publishers. They can't keep buying whole publishers. We need some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not going to make it seem like it's a make or break thing for PlayStation, but it has put them on notice that Microsoft is not just going to sit by and just let you run away like you've been doing the last 9 years. We're going to go out. If we're going to go out, we're going to go out with a fight. And shout out to Phil Spencer, man. I do want to give him credit for that. I do want to give him credit for doing something, not just taking his shit lying down. You know, this is good for all gamers, whether you like it or not. And when I say good for gamers, I'm talking about them fighting, right? Fighting for our dollars. Let's face it, it's been a bloodbath. Even most of this generation here, and even as you know, we're working on year 2 right now. It's been a bloodbath. Xbox has launched with 2 next generation consoles with 0 games for it, right? And he finally came out with some games, and then we got 2 games at the end of last year. Now I come to find out Redfall is delayed. Then we possible Starfield is delayed, and some other games are delayed. So you're going to be waiting until, you know, this holiday season. So the things are looking kind of light. Lincoln Clay, my brother, what's good, player? Listen, I'm telling you, credit goes to Phil. As much shit as I give those guys, it's for stuff like this. I give them shit for stuff like this. This is the type of deals I want them to do. When we saw Sony go out there and buy Bluepoint and Housemarque and Insomniac and stuff like that, and give them IPs like KOTOR and Wolverine and Spider-Man and stuff like that, that's fighting for customers' dollars. Well, this is what Microsoft is doing right now. They're starting to fight for customers' dollars. And listen, if you get Call of Duty in Game Pass, if you get Overwatch 2 in Game Pass, stuff like that matters, because those are games that people care about. The Outriders, man, you know, it's good to have it there to test it out if you like it. But we've been saying that whole time we need bangers. And guess what? Call of Duty, whether you like it or not, is a fucking banger. It's a services game, so it makes sense, right? Overwatch is a services game. Activision, Blizzard, they only do services games, so this makes perfect sense. I just think that we didn't think that this would happen because the amount of money that it required, you know, and it even after they bought ZeniMax, I was wondering, you know, how serious is Microsoft? I know they spent $7.5 billion and we was like, hey, that's a lot of money, but fuck, these guys spent 10 times that amount. So yeah, they are serious. They are serious. Now here's the thing. Is, you know, and I want to see the result of this. It's just gonna cause people to go out and buy an Xbox. I'm still not sold on Microsoft's hardware, and at the point you really don't need their hardware to play any of these games, and I think that's a big difference. I'm a console gamer. Yeah, I got PC, a high-end PC and all that shit, I get it, but to heart, we're console gamers. So I care about the console more than anything. You know, is this overnight going to change things? Probably not, but this put the industry on notice that Microsoft is here. And you know, as much as we thought Xbox was dying, even if the hardware itself dies, Xbox or Game Pass, the service, the app, or whatever, however you want to define it, is here. $70 billion. It's not something that people just throw away. So I guarantee you, somebody over at Microsoft woke up this morning and said, unleash the Kraken. And that $70 bag of money exchanged hands. And it ruffled the industry. They're going to be talking about this. This is a big fucking deal. This is no ZeniMax, right? This is not a company that's just struggling at the moment and about to go out of business like they have purchased before, but this is Call of Duty. I mean, that company itself can just thrive off of that one IP, let alone your Overwatches and some of your other games, your Candy Crushes and stuff like that. Absolutely. Overwatch is still a thing, still a great game, still dominating in the esports circuit. I love it. I play it. It's not a fad. Overwatch is there. You guys might not like it because it's been years, you know, but they're working on part 2. But with a services game, who cares? It's a services game. It's forever going to be there. They're going to keep updating content and adding characters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how many people in here. Shout out to the 50 people that's watching me. Shout out to y'all. Coldest Ice, my brother, what's good? Jeremy Thomas, what's good? Gabriel in the house. Amin in the house, what's good? Listen, Pastor Joe, when I say I'm not sold, I'm talking about the console itself, the hardware. You know, they still have the worst running version of the multiplats. The compression technology is still double. You know, the game size is still double as what the PlayStation 5 have. So I'm still not sold on the hardware. Hopefully, more tools arrive. Hopefully, more ray tracing will come. Hopefully, they'll get that box together without just dumping some more hardware on us and making us buy a Xbox Series XX. You see what I'm saying? I hope they actually utilize the hardware that they have now, if they can. Yeah. So, and here's the thing. People talking about resolution. All right, cool. Fine. You can have a resolution. But according to Digital Foundry and according to these reviews, if your frames are all over the place, who cares? It's all about performance. PlayStation winning and when it comes to performance, no matter how you try to rationalize it. Your shooters, your racers, all that shit is about performance. It's not really about resolution. So you lost the resolution war way back when, the Xbox One X, you lost that. Give it up, man. Listen, we moving on to a different fight. The fight y'all fighting, that shit from 2013 era, you done lost that, man. You can't make up for lost time. But what you can do is take what they're doing now from this point and move on. You see what I'm saying? Listen, Xbox has VRR, and that shit is not helping. It hadn't helped thus far, right? They have VRR, VRS, and all the other shit. Xbox is still losing in these comparisons. Uvu G Rich, my brother, big facts. He said hit the like button. Definitely make sure y'all hit the like button. Hope y'all doing good this beautiful morning. This wonderful, beautiful morning. I'm telling you, this is huge. I think, like I said again, a whole team of guys, Jim Ryan and Herman Hulse, all them dudes woke up. You know what I'm saying? They woke up this morning like, shit, let me get on the phone. I'm going to make some phone calls. I'm going to make some shit happen. Who can I buy? What can I do? Now, there's a problem going on with this Activision deal, this Blizzard Activision. I'm hearing that the DOJ is probably going to try to see what kind of antitrust issues that this bring about. Hey, listen, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Go ahead. Hit that subscribe button. So the deal isn't done yet. The Department of Justice are going to have to allow that. I think they should. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not one of those guys. Oh, you shouldn't be buying up. Listen, competition, baby. Competition. Microsoft is about making money. Sony is about making money. Nintendo is about making money. Let the best man win. Yeah, Microsoft got $3 trillion. But listen, that $3 trillion hadn't helped them in gaming in 20 years. So you can't cry about it now. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy to cry. Tell Sony to boss up, fight back, do whatever they got to do. They still got the goatees, right? They still got the best selling IPs. They still got the best selling consoles. They still got the best tech. They still got, you know what I'm saying? They still good. I just don't think that they can just sit back and just act like this isn't changing anything. You have the world's biggest shooter. The world's biggest shooters. Your competition is bottom. The only thing that can be with Call of Duty is Grand Theft Auto. I'm gonna be honest. Not even Madden is that big. Not even 2K is bigger than fucking COD. So you got to go with Grand Theft Auto. Get it, Grand Theft Auto 6 exclusive. Make that shit VR. You know what I'm saying? Do something. You got to do something. You have to do something. I'm not that guy that sits around and say, well, Sony has to respond to every single thing that Microsoft does. I'm not that guy. But something that is this big, yeah, you have to respond in some kind of way. Some kind of way. Listen, I know God of War sold 20 million. I know Horizon sold 20 million. I know all these Spider-Man and all that shit sold 20 plus million. And that's good. That's great, right? That's their first party IP. That's great. But games like COD, right, they sell 40, 50 million. There's like hundreds of millions of people playing that fucking Warzone game, that free-to-play game, right? It does. It does deserve a response. Now, if I'm just trying to see what else can Sony do. I mean, I don't think Sony has the capital to go out and buy something big like EA or some shit like that. I wouldn't even want them to buy EA trash, but I would want them to go like what they did with the Wolverine IP, with the Star Wars IP. I would want them to go and grab a bunch more of those games, because at the end of the day, it's about the games. Xbox is the games for services. Let Xbox be the game for services. Nintendo is the games for handheld, right? It's the market for handheld. Sony is the game for goatees, the single player story driven narrative goatees, right? And the king of racers, right? When it comes to the esports crowd, when it comes, Gran Turismo 7 about to come out. Gran Turismo Sport just dominated all of racing. I'm not talking about the little Forza Horizon and stuff that you guys played for about 30 minutes and threw away. CB3, my brother, donated $2. $2. His last $2. My brother, I appreciate that. Every little penny help, feed a starving man, over here by the name of JayDub. I appreciate that, brother. gas prices are high, man. I can't. Fucking Lambo been collecting dust for a while. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Shudo, what's good? Red Infamy, what's up, sis? She said the acquisition is big, but Activision Blizzard has been declining franchise. I wonder how will they rejuvenate to pick up the liabilities. Listen, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Blizzard Activision is not at the top as it used to be. But that's why Microsoft bought them, right? They bought them while all this Me Too stuff going on, all of this decline, the stuff with Bobby Kotick or whatever, all that shit going on. So their value really declined, and Microsoft jumped on it. $70 billion. Call of Duty itself pulls that in. Shit, fucking, probably a year now. But here's the thing: with the money that Microsoft have that they can sink back into that, they'll fix things. Or they'll just let it roll in the dough like they do in Minecraft. Microsoft didn't really do anything with Minecraft. They just bought them and they just raked in the dough. Maybe they'll do that. Or maybe they, I'm still not sold on Microsoft as a company being able to manage games, IPs, and development teams. They just haven't shown that. But the fact that they own it and they have money now, if they get that shit together, they're going to be a powerhouse. They'll be a powerhouse. They really will. I mean, so we can't ignore that either. It's a big deal. It is, man. I just can't downplay that. I can't hold the line with that. It's fucking huge. It's Call of Duty, man. That's a household. Call of Duty is bigger than fucking Xbox. It is. Shout out to Tony. My brother donated the $2. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Finna go get me a sandwich with that. Sandwich, a big Texas sandwich. Not gonna lie, it's a big deal. It is. What else we got here? I think if anybody else was in Microsoft's shoes or was running that company, it would be number one right now in gaming. Xbox will be number one because they have the tools, they have the studios. They just don't know how to manage. And so I think, like David Jaffe said, Microsoft's biggest downfall is not having people in place that can manage the talent. They bought Ninja Theory, and the first thing they do is they let Bleeding Edge come out. Anybody would have told them, you're going to water down your brand. If you keep putting out trash just to put it out, people are not going to take you serious. And that's what happened with gamers. Gamers stopped taking Xbox seriously. And I agree, Red. I agree. Quality over quantity. Listen, Microsoft been having way more studios than Sony, right? But Sony has the quality IP that people care about. They have the God of Wars, the Ghost of Tsushimas, and yada yada yada, Spider-Mans and stuff that no matter how much money Microsoft throw at it, they can't. I mean, none of their IPs are going to be able to do that. Spider-Man is killing it. Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Gran Turismo is finna kill it. We already know that. Even the last one, which is their side project, did I think like 13-14 million. So it is what it is. Microsoft needs to buy managers now. They need to go out and poach some of Sony's talent. They need people to actually, hey, go get Shuhei Yoshida. Go get Sean Layton. Get some of these guys that know what the fuck, how to manage these teams and how to make sure that they're managed well and make sure that the IP are up to quality. Because if Microsoft gets the quality out of these studios that they bought now and these development teams, oh yeah, they're gonna be in a ring boxing toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? But if they still manage these how they've been managing, it so far, still got these 60, 70 duds coming out. It's like, damn. Well, you got all these studios, but if all this shit is trash, if all this stuff is just Game Pass fodder and filler, that doesn't help, right? We looking for quality. Now, if you have a quality and a quality service like Game Pass, that's a win-win. Then, hey man, then you fight for first place. But if not, you're still going to be in third place, and I think that's the deal. CB3, with the $2. Do you think this deal will fall through on a monopoly? Don't know. I don't know. The Department of Justice is definitely going to be scrutinizing and looking at it for the fact that it's Microsoft, right? They've already been busted up once. The feds are on their ass constantly. Being a $3 trillion company, now you're going to try to do that with gaming. Shit, you buying up all the big publishers, or at least big sizable ones. And it's crazy because we were joking about Take-Two, Microsoft being able to buy Take-Two, which this shit is bigger than Take-Two. It costs more than what Take-Two, from what I understand. So Master Sid 40 with the $2. I appreciate you, my good brother. I appreciate you, my good brother. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Let me get to some more of these super chats. Tony with the $2. He said, deal's not done to the end of 2023. It can still fail. Listen, it could. This shit can be off or not. Right? We can be coming back 2 months from now saying, man, that deal almost went through. But if anything, it's putting Sony and Nintendo on notice that, hey, shit, we're not going nowhere. We know y'all been stumping our heads in. We know y'all been kicking our ass, but hey, we got the bag. It does put it on notice. What if Microsoft knows it's not going to go through, right? What if they know it's not going to go through, but they really just want to make one last push to see, you know what I'm saying? Could be, right? They could be playing poker. It could be, it could be the poker. I don't know, but CB3, I got you with your super chats and stuff like that. I got CB3 with the do you think the deal with the monopoly? I don't think it's a monopoly. It would only become a monopoly if Microsoft removed all their games from PlayStation Fanbase and everybody. If they made them just all exclusive, then I think that would be an issue. We got Master Sid 40 with the $2. Do you think Microsoft is done buying for this year? I don't know. I said that once before. I said once they spent $7.5 billion, I said I thought they was done, but obviously not. Obviously them boys, shit, they pulled up a whole G-Wagon full of bins. You know what I'm saying? Red Infamy, absolutely. Listen, you can, right? Listen, like I said, Microsoft is one of the world's richest company, number one and number two, then back and forth with Apple, tossing it up for the last 20 years. And they've been dog shit, right? In game, they've been the butt of people's jokes for 20 years. So with that being said, yeah, they could continue to create duds and mismanage and everything else. That's absolutely correct. But, again, it still puts the industry on notice that, hey, we're not going on without a fight. The narrative before was Xbox had no games, because I'll be honest, they really didn't have any games. Now they got games, and and games that people care about. People care about COD. People care about Overwatch. People care about Candy Crush. People care about all these other games that Activision and Blizzard. You know what I'm saying? StarCraft, yada yada yada. We got when they bought Mojang and the stuff over there, some people care about Fallout. Some of the games that they're doing over there, I think, I'm gonna be honest, I think Activision Blizzard way better than anything that Bethesda was offering. That's just me. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, absolutely. Microsoft could go out and still pick up the reins. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. Sony is more efficient in their purchases, and so they get the kudos for that. Sony was able to buy Insomniac for $223 million, not billions, but million. And they turned around and gave them Spider-Man IP, the Miles Morales IP. Now they're making the Wolverine. Like, come on, that was like how could they turn that down? You finna give us the biggest IPs in the world to work on? Like, shit, you ain't gotta pay us nothing. We were sitting here looking for Microsoft to fucking fund Sunset Overdrive 2. And yeah, you giving us the world's biggest IP ever? Come on, like that was a win-win. That still will forever go down in history as one of the biggest W's gaming has ever had, is for Insomniac to be purchased for such a low amount of money compared to their value. Now, right now, their value will probably be $2 billion. You know, but again, Sony has the managers. They have the people in place to manage that stuff, right? To make sure that that quality control is there. They're giving you brand new IPs from multiple new studios. You know, they bought Bluepoint. They bought Housemarque, right? With Returnal. You got Returnal. First brand new AAA IP that knocked it out the park. Ghost of Tsushima. Who knew you could go from making Killzone to Ghost of Tsushima, right? Who knew you could go from making, the I'm just using that for a reference as far as, the type of stuff like the Horizon Zero Dawn, the games that they was making before. The infamous Second Son. Now you're making, Horizon, which is big IP now. That's coming out next month. So Sony will be okay. I don't think, nobody need to panic. Oh my God, Sony, what are you gonna do? It's like, come on, man. Them boys finna drop the biggest IPs the world has ever seen. So they're good. They're okay. But for the long run, they're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do as far as their services. You got guys, they can't ignore services now. They can't. I do feel like Sony's been ignoring a lot of the services games. A lot of money's been left on the table. Whether it's for good, whether it's for bad, that's not for me to judge. But there's a lot of money left on the table when it comes to services. You can't just have Microsoft out here with their services game making all the money, doing very little of anything. And then you're saying, Sony, yeah, I want you to spend $200-300 million, $500 million on these big blockbuster AAA IP. And by the way, don't make any more money. Just take my $60-70 and that's it. Like, come on. As gamers, we have to be understanding. These are corporations. They're out to make money. If you want these $300-400 million big blockbuster AAA goldies, right? You're going to have to allow that company to make some more money. It's going to have to be profitable. We had the whole debacle with Sony Ben and Days Gone too, right? Yeah, so 8-10 million, but obviously Sony saw that the amount of time that they sunk in, the amount of money that they sunk in, they expected more. They wanted more, so they would rather for that team to go work on something else instead of making a sequel right now, and that's okay. It's not like they shut the studio down. They're working on something else. I remember when Shuhei Yoshida back in the day. Corey Balrog in this little documentary. Great documentary if you haven't seen it, but go check it out on YouTube. But basically what happened is they started creating God of War. Yoshida played it. He didn't like it. Sent them back to the drawing board. That guy knows what quality is. He wants to build Sony and PlayStation up to just have nothing but quality. And guess what? PlayStation is synonymous with quality. They're synonymous with Goldies, right? They get all of these fucking awards. You got your Ratchet and Clanks out there winning all the awards. Your Returnal win all the awards, right? You got all of these games. The Last of Us 2's winning all these awards. Your Horizon, your Spider-Man's, all that shit is winning all these awards and accolades. They are the best that the industry could possibly muster. Nobody can create better IPs and better storytelling, better graphics, better hardware, nothing than PlayStation, right? That's just what that is. We can't deny that. Numbers don't lie. Accolades don't lie. It is what it is. Now, how do we get Microsoft? How do we get Xbox to that level where you can say, hey, they create the best IPs? Not that fake stuff, not the Halos and the Forzas where you guys are just trying to hold the line and keep from being taunted, right? Come on. We know what real quality is. We all know what it is. Tencent has recently been gobbling up a bunch of stuff too. Again, they buy a lot of services stuff. That they are a services company. So Sony can't sit back and just leave all that money on the table. They're going to have to start making some services game. That's what I believe this, the new factions too, the Last of Us 2 factions too. That's what that is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a multiplayer services game. And I'm not opposed to Sony having their services game. I just don't want my God of Wars and Horizons to be flooded with a bunch of fucking services stuff, right? Have your one and dones, have your big blockbuster AAA Ps, also have your multiplayer stuff with the services in there. There's nothing wrong with that. You can have both. But you just kind of can't do what Microsoft has done in the past and just try to stuff all this stuff in one, and it lowers the quality when you don't know how to do it and do it right. And so I think Sony's been hiring recently with some guys in the industry that knows how to do it right. They've been poaching a lot of people. So yeah, Microsoft is not going to buy up the whole industry, right? This is a great deal, but this is by no means the end of anything, right? Microsoft has to put out the games. Just because you buy it don't mean anything. They bought Minecraft. How did that change anything? That changed nothing. They just bought a successful game and a successful company with that. They just own it. So, I mean, you're going to have to keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Will they listen? I'm still waiting for Microsoft to put out a high quality, top notch IP, not the fake stuff. And when I say fake, we all know. Listen, I don't have to explain, right? I don't have to explain what quality is. We know what quality is. We know what fake hype something and fake act like it's quality to hold the line and to let's face it. Now that Microsoft owns Call of Duty, right? Halo is no longer its flagship. A lot of gamers are not, they're not going to care about Halo anymore. Because guess what? They have a better shooter. They have a better game. And these are just the facts. Back then when they launched like Overwatch Reach it, they launched Crackdown 3. Dudes are holding the line. Oh yeah, Crackdown is great. Even Microsoft was talking about, yeah, we want Crackdown to sit in between Gears and Halo. Like, come on, man. Stop the cap. Gamers know what the fuck quality is. And it damn sure with no Crackdown 3 and Bleeding Edge. We're talking about PlayStation quality game and Nintendo quality games. Those are quality. They output quality. I'm not talking about the rehash of the same old stuff and a bunch of reviewers just slap a 90-something Metacritic on it just because the last one doesn't, because we got a bunch of free shit, so we're finna hurry up and just rate this shit real high. But gamers, I mean, they speak with their wallets, and the wallets will tell you what is quality and what's not. Now, what's some potential? I want you guys to tell me, what are some potential acquisitions Sony could do that would help? Because at this point in time, right, it looks like just everybody is gobbling up everybody. And at the end of the day, there's only going to be a handful of companies out there. PlayStation is going to own all of these companies. Microsoft is going to own all these companies. And Tencent is going to own the rest or whatever. And that's going to be it. It's just, that's it. Now, whether that's good for gaming, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys to decide if that's good for gaming. But yeah, EA and I think Take-Two is probably the last ones left, man. I don't see anybody, any other big ones out there. Now, you best believe Sony and maybe even Microsoft, maybe Tencent, or maybe Amazon or somebody. Nah, Konami is, yeah. Konami already licensed out its IPs. I think Take-Two and EA are the last one, but you best believe Sony is on the phone right now trying to figure out how much money they can gather together. I think they had like $25 billion in cash that they could spend for some stuff. Shit, but Sony did like 3 times that amount. Square Enix, they already got Square Enix in the bag. Sony already got that in the bag. Capcom, they already got that in the bag by default, just because Xbox gamers don't really buy those games like that. They really don't fuck with those games like that. Bandai Namco, too small. From Software, too small. Take-Two would be the big one, man, because that comes with your Rockstars and your 2Ks and stuff like that. See, that's service, right? That's a service game. They in Grand Theft Auto services game that cranks in billions of dollars a year in revenue, and they're just good games, right? They're not shitty games. Uncompetitive, my brother with the 450. Appreciate you. Sony should make the VR portion of Grand Theft Auto 6 exclusive to PSVR 2. Listen, that's not enough, brother. Because you know why? It's not enough people going to be able to experience that. There's not going to be enough people that's going to care enough about that. They need to make that exclusive or timed exclusive for a year. It's going to have to be something tangible, not just some shark cards or some shit like that. You know, y'all remember back in the day, Take-Two owes Sony some favors. They owe them something, and supposedly it was supposed to be an exclusive deal back from the PS2 PS3 era. Well, it may be time to call in that favor, man. Say, hey, look, Grand Theft Auto 6 exclusive PlayStation 5, even if it's for a year. That's huge, because a lot of gamers don't want to wait a year. Sam Walton, my brother, what's good? What's good? The truth in the house. Listen, I'm being honest. There's nobody left. They done, Sony, between Microsoft, between Tencent, they done bought up everybody. There's nobody else left. Bandai Namco owns Tekken and makes Smash Bros. Yeah, but I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want them to take Smash Brothers away from Nintendo, man. I really wouldn't. Like, I'm speaking from a gamer perspective, right? Not necessarily a business perspective. Now, keep in mind, Sony owns Evo, right? So they own all the fighting tournaments and all that stuff. They own the fighting tournament. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't see that happening at all. I'm gonna be honest. I think this whole Activision Bethesda thing. The whole Activision, the Bethesda purchase. I think all of this stuff Microsoft is doing, these purchases. I think it's good. May not necessarily be for gaming, but it's good for me because I'm seeing that. Hey, look, these guys are serious about gaming. They're not just flubbing. They're spending lots of money. Something good has got to come out of that, right? I mean, they just can't forever keep dropping trash. Like, come on. I'm just saying, like, and yeah, we all know Sony money can't match Microsoft, but it doesn't have to. If they turned around and bought Insomniac for $223 million, which is bigger than anything Microsoft has purchased outside of this new deal that they got, the dividends of returns that Insomniac acquisition created is equivalent. I'm gonna be honest, it's just equivalent to a Bethesda deal, because of the amount of money that they would be able to make versus how much money that they spent. They have 10 years worth of work for these guys right now already cranked out, right? That's going to sell. Spider-Man sold 25 million copies of Spider-Man games since they purchased them. That was a win-win right there. It's a no-brainer. Plus, that keeps Microsoft and somebody else from gobbling them up and giving them those IPs. So, Sony they're doing it the right way, the smart, efficient way for a company that doesn't have the type of revenue that Microsoft is basically trying to brute force this way, right? They're just buying up the big shit and having it under their umbrella. Now that you have it under your umbrella, now that you're the Lakers, right? You're the Lakers. You got all of this top shelf talent. Now you got to put that shit together, because the Lakers didn't win a championship last year. They had LeBron, they had all the big stars, right? And they still didn't win. So just because you're buying it don't mean you're gonna not be in third place. That just means you have a lot at your disposal. Now, if you work with it right, then yeah, you have the chance to become number one. You have the opportunity to become number one. Before, Microsoft never had a chance to become number one because they didn't have any IPs like that. They didn't have studios like that. They didn't have shit. They only had Halo, Gears, and Forza. But now they got Fallout. Now they got some other, Doom, and now they got Call of Duty, Overwatch, and stuff like that. Hey, ears perk up. Ears perk up. Seriously. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. It's great fun. I'm loving it. It's great fun for Twitter. It's great fun just for gaming in general. I don't think anyone should take this as being negative. Anytime a company is spending money, billions of dollars, they're doing it for gamers. They're doing it because they want your money, but they got to deliver if they're going to get your money. So, kudos for them, man. Kudos for them. It's a great thing. I'll be honest. I'd rather for them to buy Blizzard Activision than to buy Take-Two. I'll be honest. I wouldn't want that to happen. Only because COD, I'm not the world's biggest COD fan. I'm a big StarCraft and StarCraft 2 and Overwatch fan, yes. But Microsoft's about the money, man. They're about these services. Services is the future. Game Pass is the future of Xbox. Whether you have the hardware or not. I'll be honest, they probably can't sell people an Xbox at this point in time. I don't think they'll ever be able to compete on the hardware front. But from a services standpoint, I think they have a much better chance of making Game Pass successful now. They're at 25 million. They released the numbers finally. Remember half a year ago, they were supposed to be at 30 million and they missed the mark. And I think Satya Nadella and Phil Spencer was reported they missed their bonuses because they missed their benchmark of where they wanted to be. But you put COD in there, hey, that's going to guarantee you another 5 to 10 million Game Pass subscribers right there. Game Pass price will increase, absolutely. That $15, man, hey, that was trash price, right? That was the bleeding edge price. Well, they no longer have bleeding edge. They got COD. They got Overwatch. They got they got your Fallouts. They working with something, right? So I mean, we can't sit here and deny that the deal that they just pulled off isn't huge. It's fucking huge. It's a nuke. They pulled the nuclear option. And that shit hit like a megaton. You can't deny that, man. Neon Barry, my brother. Listen, I'm not trying to go into the why it's bad for gaming and good for game. I'm just saying, listen, if Microsoft wouldn't have bought them, Tencent would have bought them, right? I'd rather Microsoft buy them than Tencent because I care about Xbox. I care about Microsoft as far as what they provide to gaming. Tencent, I don't care. I don't buy a lot of Tencent stuff, so that doesn't bother me personally. I don't play games on cell phones. I don't play a lot of stuff. Sony needs Rockstar games. I said that earlier. I think Sony got to be on the phone right now with Rockstar. With Take-Two. Hey, man, listen. Work with me. We got 150 million people in our install base, man. Come on, work with me. Do something. But a lot of developers and a lot of publishers, they tend to like Sony more because Sony has not only the install base, but because they have brand quality. People love to be attached with what do you call it? A big name, like not just a big name, but quality and stature. When people hear PlayStation, they know it's guaranteed, right? Xbox hasn't had a good track record from the word of mouth and stuff like that for quite a long time. It's more of the butt of jokes. Quincy Sorius, my brother, what's good? What's good, fam? Microsoft going after CD Projekt Red. Listen, Cyberpunk 2077 lowered their stakes a lot. I know a lot of guys before Cyberpunk came out was talking about, CD Projekt Red is right up there with Naughty Dog. Them boys dropped that Cyberpunk. See, it takes more than just one banger to make you up there with your Rockstars and your Naughty Dogs and stuff like that. It takes more than just one good game. Witcher 3, great fucking game. But you need more than one game. Rockstar's been doing this shit for decades. Naughty Dogs have been doing this shit for decades. You know what I'm saying? Sony needs Unreal Engine 5 exclusives. Listen, Unreal Engine 5 don't have any exclusives. It's an engine. Everybody share that shit. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen anything. It's just an engine. That means you have the potential to have these tools at your exposure, but you still got to make the game, right? We haven't seen. I mean, there's not been a Unreal Engine 5 game, a game developed exclusively on that released yet. So, you know, their little tech demos, they look promising, but it's up to the studio to actually form that and make that good. Antitrust laws is broken in America. I'll be honest, I don't care about the antitrust law. I don't care. Let them fight it out. Fuck it. At the end of the day, we're gamers. We're gonna buy the shit whether we like it or not. And what's one thing as a gamer I've learned is that the gaming industry, gamers are fickle. We are frauds to the heart. We will go out there and say, oh, that Bobby Kotick, shame on him. I'm never buying another game. Fucking COD came out, motherfucker. That shit sold more than the previous copy. So, like, stop it. Stop the cap. We love to fake outrage. That's what gamers love to do. And then we turn around and go buy the game anyway. We still go support it. That's why Bobby Kotick is still there. If those sales wouldn't have been there, if the money wouldn't have been there, that motherfucker would have been gone long before any of that stuff came out. You know what I'm saying? Can Sony actually put up an approximate $40 billion to buy Take-Two? Would they even want to? They could. I think they got $25 billion in cash, and the rest they could partner with another firm or something to get the cash or front some futures. They might not necessarily have to buy the company flat out, right? They could just do a long-term partnership. Look what they did with Epic Games. Sony, even though it's a small share, it's still enough to get exclusive content and favors, right? That's why I say Sony works smarter, right? If they don't have the money that Microsoft has, Microsoft had to do that. They have no choice, right? Nobody at this point really wanted to partner with Microsoft because they don't have the install base. Game Pass was only at, at that point, 18 million as far as anybody knew, hardware is not really selling like Sony shit. Like, come on, they had 150 million if you include the PlayStation 5 and 4. They got VR, right? So some of their other teams can work on VR stuff. It's just a more pleasant operation. And so I guess Sony is they're going to have to just keep working more efficiently since they don't have the revenue or the money that Microsoft does. But who knows, man? Fucking Spider-Man movie sold a bajillion copies, you know what I'm saying? They may have the money now. And so Microsoft was in desperate mode. Listen, some of the best fights in the world were won out of desperation. The guy was down, 10 rounds to 1, and he just went in there and gave it his all. He went in there with haymakers and he won the fight. It only takes one lick to knock somebody out. Now one question, with this news, right? With this news coming about, will Sony come out and be like, will they show their cards now, right? Will they come out with some event and show their cards, or will they just, go out and make some acquisitions? We don't have to worry about E3 anymore. E3 is dead. E3 doesn't exist anymore. So there's no more way to E3 to show something. Right now, it's just like it's anybody's game, And Castle said they're going to corner the market with shooters and RPG games. Yeah. The problem that I had with Microsoft is obviously, that old saying, it's a shooter box. It's still kind of true, man. There's nothing but shooters on Xbox, right? That have one racer and a bunch of shooters. Even the RPGs and all that shit, that's shooters. And you got to have some diversity with that. But, with this new acquisition, it does have some diversity in there. You got stuff like StarCraft. You got Candy Crush. Now, where does that stuff fit on the Xbox itself? I don't know. We'll see. It's going to take some time. But I do know That Call of Duty coming to Game Pass. People won't go out and spend $70 on that game. People will get it in Game Pass. PlayStation games, they're still going to buy it on PlayStation 5 regardless. They don't mind buying games. It was the Xbox fan base that got to the point where they didn't want to buy games anymore. And let's face it, they didn't want to buy games because a lot of those games fucking sucked ass, right? But now that they're actually getting some good games, now that mindset, that Game Pass mindset has kind of stuck in where it's like, well, I'll just ride a game out and wait for it to come to Game Pass. And that's got to be bad for the third party developer because he wants to make his money up front. You don't want to sit back 6 months to a year to 2 years before, by that time they moved on. So I don't know, man. This, Microsoft spent the bag. Kudos to them. I think it's good. I like seeing it. I like them. I like seeing companies fight for my dollars. Make the best man win. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Neon Berry, leave my brother Post Up alone, man. Post Up go to say, nah, I told y'all back in the year 2003, I told y'all Microsoft was gonna do this. You already know what my brother Post gonna say. Shout out to him though. CA Real said the bots are gonna be on Z Show going unbearable now. Cap on 15,002. Listen, it is what it is. They're bots. They just got caught. Let the chips fall where they may, man. They deserve that W. That's a W. Shit. That's a huge W. You can't, defeat. It's Call of Duty, man. There's no bigger game than Call of Duty besides Grand Theft Auto. Now, if Sony come out tomorrow talking about, hey, we buying, Rockstar, Take-Two, we back in the game, baby. Leo Soccer 7. He said, JayDub, you signed that bot contract or not? Hey, listen, man. I go where the game's at, my brother. They ain't got games yet. You know what I'm saying? This is all just paperwork. I need to see that exclusive Xbox Call of Duty game or that Xbox whatever Activision game that's exclusive to that platform for me to kind of perk up and care. Just me knowing that Call of Duty Vanguard 2 is going to be exclusive on Xbox, that it doesn't do anything for me. I buy games, so it don't matter. I'm gonna buy it on probably PlayStation anyway. I like the dual haptic feedback. I hate playing games that don't have the dual sense haptic feedback. It's crazy. It feels lifeless. And cast, absolutely. Call of Duty. I'm telling you guys, they're gonna now. Bots are gonna say what they really feel about Call of Duty. About Halo. You're gonna see some of the most diehard guys, right? That was like, Call of Duty is so. Halo Infinite is so great, 10 out of 10. Even though it doesn't have Forge or co-op or this or that, 10 out of 10. Now those guys are gonna start saying, you know what, it's a 7. Yeah, Halo was a 7 out of 10. They got something to work. They still got to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? That shit be popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Call of Duty. I'm on a Call of Duty. That's bots, man. They finna go crazy. Now they all finna be Overwatch lovers. I couldn't get anybody to play Overwatch with me. Now all of a sudden, hey Dub, you the Overwatch boy? You the Overwatch? Oh man, as they should be. They should cap. That's what this whole game is about, man. It's about the cap. Yeah, Pastor's gonna say tree for tree. Hey, listen, it's gonna be funny, man. It's gonna be funny. I don't. At the end of the day, right? None of these games are kind of like bigger, none of these acquisitions are really bigger than Spider-Man and Wolverine and all that stuff. So, ponies, don't worry. You good, man. You still number one. That's have always been my biggest discrepancy with PlayStation gamers. Not PlayStation gamers, ponies, right? Ponies is that we're sore winners. Ponies will be in first place in everything. In sales, the best hardware, Digital Foundry, is all just going gaga for everything can be on Cloud9 for PlayStation. If Xbox does something, PlayStation guys will forget all of the good shit that's going for it, turn their backs, right, and start looking, well, Jim Ryan and Herman Hulse, you got to do something because those guys just bought somebody. And I'm like, dude, you number one in everything. Who cares what the guy behind you is doing? Who cares? That's why I say the ponies are like sore losers. They're caring about 4-year-old fucking games going to PC. Like, who cares? It's been exclusive to you for, on your platform for 4 years. You beat it, you platinum it, you moved on. Matter of fact, you're getting the sequel exclusively on your platform. The sequel's finna come out. But you care because some guys have to pay $60, $70 for a 4-year-old game? I never understood that. And those guys, oh, well, it's the future. You know what I'm saying? It could, they're going to put all the games on day and date on PC eventually. Man, that shit could happen in 10 years. It could happen in 2 years. Who cares? Where are you going to be playing it? I'm going to be playing on my PlayStation 5. So it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. Listen, Xbox guys have had to deal for the last 9 years, all of their games going to PC. They've already gotten their ass beat up for it. But ponies, they're not ready. They're not ready to accept it yet. And it does make them look kind of crazy because it's like, dude, who cares? You're winning. You've won. You've won last generation. You're winning this generation. Like, why are you still whining and crying when you're first place? I've never seen first place people cry about the guys in the back. Why are you crying over third place? You're first place. That is the number one thing that frustrates me, and that's why I start teasing a lot of ponies. I'm like, man, come on, who cares? Give them old ass games. Who cares? Whole slate, give them all that shit. As long as that shit don't come day and date, I'm good. If it come go day and date, then I'm gonna have to pick and choose. Which one is cheaper. Again, I think this is good. I think it's good for gaming. I like to see these companies fight. I like to see them battle it out. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Phil got the bag. He finally spent it. You know what I'm saying? He finally spent it. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's possibly, Microsoft, listen, they haven't really been good at managing the studios that they had previously. Will Call of Duty quality go down? We don't know. Do I think it's going to go down? I don't think so. I think it's going to stay on par. I think Phil will be more hands off. You know what I'm saying? Boycott account. If this is a fight, Sony just got slaughtered. Listen, what happened is Microsoft just bought a bunch of guns, right? But Sony already got the bodies. They already got, a bunch of bodies laid all on the ground. They already shot up a bunch of people. So that's what that equivalent to. He said it always bad games. It ain't no fight no more, JayDub. Console war is over. Maybe so, man. Maybe so. If you only play Call of Duty and Overwatch, then for you it will be over. But Horizon, Forbidden West is coming. God of War is coming. Wolverine is coming. Spider-Man 2 is coming. Now, if you like me, I play more than Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to compete with those games. Call of Duty is a services game, baby. It's free. Warzone is free. Matter of fact, Warzone is Call of Duty. Nobody fucks with the fucking campaign anyway. So it's all about the free shit. Listen, I hope they do make Call of Duty exclusive. I just like the content. I like seeing people fight. Listen, listen. It is, whether it's exclusive or not, don't matter. Ponies they're gonna have to buy an Xbox or buy a PC. Same shit we've been telling them, right? We've been telling them, hey, if you want to play Spider-Man, gotta buy a PlayStation. Want to play Wolverine? PlayStation. God of War? PlayStation. Now you can wait 4 or 5 years and that shit might trickle down to PC, but you see what I'm saying? Charizard, he said, Jay is the Dun King. Big facts, brother. Big facts. Listen, everybody know I game on everything. Now, I'm not the type to use that excuse. I got everything, so I don't know. I am a fanboy. That's what I do. I fans the flames of gaming. I trolls this shit. I make jokes. I make fun of it. But at the end of the day, I go wherever the games are. I got my PC for my exclusives. I got my PlayStation for my exclusives. I got my Nintendo Switch for my portability. I don't know why I got Xbox, but all of it now it's gonna be for my Call of Duty, right? That's why exclusives matter. Exclusives matter. So the last 9 years, dudes been downplaying exclusives. Now they see the glory, right, of what exclusives can bring. Now you care. Now this morning, right, Xbox dudes have a reason to hold their head up high and feel proud of their console once again. Before, their head would be hanging all low. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh yeah, I gotta go out here and fend this dog shit Xbox because it has no games. Starfield got delayed, Redfall got delayed, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Now they can go out and say, bitch, we got COD. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. And I'm getting, you know, hey, bots, trust me, take my playbook. Take this Call of Duty shit and run with it, man. Go out there and fight. Crack a dude over the head with a bottle about it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Be like, yeah, pretty ready to go jump on some Call of Duty Warzone. You know that's exclusive, right? Yeah, Xbox exclusive. Yeah. Y'all seen the meme I made earlier talking about Xbox got too many games? Yeah. Listen, Activision, Blizzard Activision, they were not at the top of their game. They're going through a lot of lawsuits. They're going through a lot of shit. Outlaw 21, what's good, my brother? They're going through a lot of stuff with all the bad stuff that they had. Hopefully they clean house. That Bobby Kotick guy, he has to leave, man. He got to get out of there. He's a bad dude. He'll allow all that bullshit to happen over at that company, man. Crazy. But he's still there, and even when the acquisition happened, he's still going to be there, probably for some time, according to reports. So this guy still gets millions of dollars and stuff like that. That's crazy because anybody else would have got fired or ousted. So, you know, he'll go off to the sunset with his $100 million bonus. So, but no, it's weird to see where Nintendo fits in this equation because if Sony and Microsoft and Tencent are buying up all the talent, right? If they're buying all the stuff, do y'all feel like that kind of leaves Nintendo out where like once that handheld shit starts to like kind of wane a little bit, what does that leave Nintendo? I don't know. I just feel something just don't feel quite right with all of this stuff going down and Nintendo just kind of keeping his head down, acting like nothing exists. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have an online infrastructure with all this services and stuff going on. They don't even have party chat and all that. I just feel like something tell me they're going to get left behind. I know they got good IPs and shit like that, but that shit only goes so far, right? Before they're going to have to join the mainstream part of things. JayDub, he said, hey, watch out for Z and the Xbox. They would kick in your back. Listen, man, they can't kick my back in, brother. I'm going to kick theirs in before they kick mine in. Who else we got? You know, I always say that Nintendo could do more than what they're doing if they had more powerful hardware and made the platform more appeasing to third-party developers. But at this point in time, man, I just feel like they don't care. That's why I'm waiting for my Steam Deck to come in. When my Steam Deck come in, I'll have my Nintendo games on there, and I have my third-party games. The best of both worlds. Sorry, Nintendo, you lose out. Listen, Antcast, I feel like Sony doesn't have to respond to every single thing publicly, right? I mean, obviously, this is huge for the industry. I think Sony needs to do less talking and more figuring out what they're going to do for their next move. They have to be thinking, a couple of steps ahead. Okay, well, these guys bought Call of Duty and in these games, what are we going to do? The only thing that's bigger than COD or around that is what? Your Grand Theft Autos, which, rumor had already had it where that they were working on some exclusive, if not exclusive, but some content. We got the Grand Theft Auto 5 exclusive stuff that they kind of had going for PlayStation, but I mean, they need something big. They need more than that. Yeah, listen, Microsoft got a lot of cash to spend, brother. I'm just glad they decided to spend it in gaming. Yeah, but Sony got money. Don't listen. All these dudes talking about Sony going broke. Sony been dominating for the last 20 years, going broke. So don't listen to these dudes. Sometimes it takes more than money. Microsoft money couldn't buy them anything in Japan. So Sony's money couldn't buy them Kojima. Sony money couldn't buy them a lot of stuff, right? It was able to buy them, a lot of struggling companies. They're going through a lot of stuff going on with Blizzard, Activision. They were probably hemorrhaging. Microsoft got the money, and it just makes sense, right? Well, hey, we got nothing but services games. You have a services you're trying to market and advertise. Let's link this shit together. Sweep all this bad juju away from this company that's been going on. You can kind of come in, clean it up, and then profits and everything else will be back top notch. Sony market cap is at 154 billion. Yeah, but I don't see them spending a tenth of that or 20, 30% of that on some crazy shit. I see them, again, you don't have to buy everything. Just get the games. You might not want to deal with the development team. Maybe it's a headache. Maybe it doesn't fit in the Sony culture, right? I've heard that before. I heard that explained before. It's like, we look and see how they fit into our culture, not the other way around. We don't want them to bring bad habits, over to where we are. J0, what's good, player? Listen, y'all talking about companies' words and stuff. We don't care about all of that. We're talking about how much of that money are they going to spend on gaming. Microsoft ain't going to spend $3 trillion on gaming. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy times, man. Crazy times. I'm glad to see it, man. It gives us something to talk about. Game industry's kind of been dry for a while. We'll see. We'll see. As a gamer, if you're not a COD fan, if you're not an Overwatch fan, then what does this do for you? Probably nothing. But to everybody else, it's good argument points is that this company offers this and this company offers that, right? If you still like the GOATs, the award-winning storytelling, the best in graphics, you're still going to be a PlayStation guy. If you love the multiplayer online or the Western RPGs and the services and stuff like that, then you're going to be on Xbox. If you love the Tinky Winkies, then you're going to be on the Nintendo. Anyway, man, I'm finna get ready to get up out of here. Thank y'all for coming rocking out with me. It's your boy JayDub. Y'all know where to find me on Twitter. Starting mess, kicking up dust. Flaffy1101 with the $2. I'm a born again Xbox gamer. Big facts, player. Big facts. We about to put on our Xbox shirts and tee and caps and shit and go ride. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. That's why I told you, man. Go where the games are. You'll never lose if you go where the games are. But imagine the dudes that have been sitting around for the last 9 years defending Microsoft's mediocrity, Xbox's mediocrity, defending its last place. Imagine how those guys are feeling, right? Whereas you can walk out there today and say, hey, I'm an Xbox guy. Just today, you just decided to be an Xbox guy. Like me, I'm an Xbox guy today. Put on my Xbox hat, change my logo. I'm an Xbox guy. I didn't miss out on shit. All you spent last 9 years defending some dog shit, and now that Microsoft finally getting something, I come in day one and I get to own it. Right? I won. You didn't. Anyway, man, it's your boy